So I want to ask you a question because this comes up a lot in my comments and other people's comments that make similar content like I do. And they meaning some people, some black people will disqualify you from talking about certain topics if you're not, quote unquote, from the streets. What do you think about that?
That question for me?
Yes. Who else in the car, man?
Well, shit, I just know if you ain't qualified to talk about stuff, you shouldn't be talking about it.
So what makes you qualified? So me being from Chino Hills makes me not qualified to talk about certain black topics, right? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, black topics.
Right.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Nah, I don't know about that. I thought you was talking about things that take place on the streets.
No, I don't ever talk about that.
Yeah, the black mama and the black daddy.
Right.
So that qualifies you to talk about blackness.
I mean, that's what I thought. But apparently sometimes in the comments people are like, well, where are you from? I'm not an immigrant. Well, where are you from though?
I'm not an immigrant.
I'm from California. Okay. But what part of California? Where are your parents from? Where are your ancestors? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? You want to know my ancestors, the lineage, what boat they came on? What, bro? What are you talking about? So that's what I'm talking about. Man, you need to wake up, man. We doing this whole video over. He talking about
man, all I'm saying
it's too early. Look, it's 7:41.
Last night, man.
Yeah, it was a long night. He over here talking to.
I was with my classmates. We would enjoy ourselves last night, but I mean, I don't know, man. You know, I know that you came from a black mama and a black daddy.
I bet.
You talk black, and your daddy was not from the streets, but was in the streets. There's a difference. Some people really from them, but they not in them. You know what I mean? Some people are in them and from them. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't from the streets. I was just in the streets. And when you in there, you navigate. Now, you ain't been from there or in there.
No, I'm not. I told people, I'm like,
the reason why I know that because you let your homeboy get headbutted all the way till he had to take his shirt off.
I got nothing to do with being from the streets.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, because that's subjective. Because street smarts could be trying to preserve your life.
Okay, that's true and all, but you wouldn't have you would have, I'm telling you, son, you would have automatically, instinctively side-pieced him.
No, that's true, but I might have been dead, so.
No, he would have been knocked out and you'd have walked away. All of y'all.
Well, we don't know because it didn't happen that way, so.
Okay, so that's the difference.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah.
You know, we on the bus playing 3-car Molly. That's just happening when you're in the streets. We hustling. We try, it's a difference, you know what I mean? So, and then when we decided to live, your mom and I decided to go, we picked Chino Hill. We almost did Diamond Bar. Mm-hmm. What's the difference?
I mean, either way, they'd say always from Diamond Bar, always from Chino Hills, always from
Rancho Diamond Bar,
whatever.
That's all I'm saying. And ain't nothing wrong with being from Chino Hills.
Yeah, I know. I know I have an issue with this. Everybody else in the comments.
Well, because they size you up based on topography, based on geographic, based on where you're at.
Right.
And that's unfortunate, and it don't make it more accurate. But the powers that be, the public opinion, everything is on the public opinion now. Mm-hmm. They don't even break stuff down no more. They break laws and put it in the public and let them decide whether or not you're guilty or not.
Yeah, part. But also, too, what I noticed is that and I keep saying they, I mean some black people in my comments, will qualify you as being black or more black or less black depending on your black experience, which I understand to a degree. However, to me, when I ask them what they mean by that, it's some negative stereotypes that they qualify as being black. Like if I have, first of all, am I from the hood? Number one. If I'm not, whether or not I am, it doesn't matter because if I am, okay, cool. If I'm not, then I'm not, but it don't change the skin color, my parents, whatever. So that's the first thing. Second thing is if I've ever been to jail or been to have some kind of criminal record, what the hell does that have to do with anything I'm talking about? Like that doesn't qualify you as making you more black or less black. So that's crazy that some people feel like that and they'll qualify you on things like that. They consider that a black experience. Or like, for example, I don't know if you heard this, like people will talk about, they say Trump is the first black president. He been shot, he's a felon. And I'm like, yo, y'all think that's funny? That's what you consider black? It's crazy. So I don't appreciate when people attribute blackness to some kind of negative stereotypes and being street and being hood and whatever, as if that represents us as a whole is the point I was trying to make.
I'm glad you don't, son. I'm glad you don't look at that as qualifying things. of being experienced. I'm glad that you don't. You know, it's important, and that's where black people get all bent out of shape. First of all, see, sometimes history do repeat itself, because you guys or some people are saying that Trump is the first black president. But they said the same thing about Bill Clinton.
I was just about to say,
That country,
he getting head and all of office. Like, why is that supposed to be making you black, bro? You doing some crazy stuff.
Because he play a saxophone. I'm telling you,
he does?
I'm telling you, man, black people be on some real serious bullshit, bro. I'm telling you, when I say it, he played a saxophone and he played in the black crowd. You know, he is a musician, so that means he got a black card.
That's crazy, man.
And that's almost boiled down to that.
No, for real. I know.
I've literally heard Joe Biden say, Sleepy Joe, I might add. I heard him say,
if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump.
He said that.
Right.
I mean, I ain't never heard some real bullshit. That was some
people rock with that though. They rock with it.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know, but I do get it. I do get it. It's just part of that assimilation. People want to assimilate. They don't want to segregate. They want to integrate. They want to assimilate. They believe that white is right. They got a lot of people believe that white is right, but that's through that colonization. And black people believe through colonization that white is right.
Yeah.
Black, get to the back.
So what do you think about the black people that think like that have that what we would call like that plantation mindset?
They need to be taken out to the front line and shot.
You two not gonna rock with that. I'm gonna have to bleep that, but it is what it is.
Okay, taken out to the front, and that's what they need to get, because they're gonna be in the way.
Yeah.
Because systemic racism is here,
right,
in this country, almost to stay,
right,
until the country go down,
right.
And I believe that it's on its way down. Just like Babylon, just like the Roman Empire, just like the Byzantine Empire, just like every other empire that rose to the top, prevailed, and they went down. You know what I mean? So, you know, the Moors brought them out of the Dark Ages. And after they brought them out of the Dark Ages, you know, it was their empire, but they made it an empire. They just brought them out of the Dark Ages and was living. But they end up conquering them, turning on them. It's almost what they do.
I do. That could be a deep topic for sure. I know nobody. Well, not nobody. I know a lot of people not ready for that one. They see these
in the history books.
I mean, they're paintings. They're not real pictures, but they're paintings of, you know, the Moors in Europe. And you know, I saw this morning. Matter of fact, I saw a picture. It was a black dude, and he had like 4 different white women around him, and it was like the Moors when they took over Europe. And people in the comments were pissed. They were mad as hell. They weren't ready to see that. And I was like, damn. I mean, all you have to do is Google it. Whether or not the picture or the painting was legitimate or not, it happened. So Google it. I'm sorry. But
it's potent information, man. They don't want us to ever get our self-esteem, self-motivation, self-preservation, self-determination up. They want it down.
Right.
So they can continue to conquer our minds. This is what they specialize in. You know, they spend millions and millions of dollars to make sure they keep stuff going on, so they can divide. They keep us divided.
Right.
They don't want us united.
Right.
They don't.
So what do we do as far as, you know, black people feeling like we have to be a monolith, and if you don't think like us, then you're one of them? Because we don't all think the same. We don't all have the same religion. We don't have the same, you know, political ideologies. We don't all have the same upbringings, which means we might think that, you know, this is the right way to do family. This is the right way. Like, everyone kind of feels like their way is the right way. So how do we make any kind of moves and move forward at all if we all kind of feel like, it just feels like we're fragmented?
Well, you find the people, you find like-minded people. You find like-minded people, and you guys talk. And if you're compatible, that's how it go down. Like, for example, when I went to do my 23 and a half year sabbatical, I call it, I didn't, you know, it's certain things you just didn't do.
Right.
Or certain things I just didn't do, but you just didn't do it. If you ain't gay, don't hang out with gay people. If you ain't a drug user, don't hang out with drug users. If you ain't a robber, stealing other people's shit, don't hang out with them. If you ain't a gang banger, not member, but banger, don't hang out with the gang bangers. If you're not a gang member, don't hang out with the gang member. If you're not a Muslim, Christian, whatever, be careful when you hang out with them, because all them things I just said, they will associate you with. And then you'll be doing sort of things what they do. So if you're not none of those things right there, you damn near hanging out by yourself.
Right.
Because that's a lot of different categories of type of people in that small environment. So you almost got to be what they call that, a chameleon, because you can't get around it. You know what I mean? So try to master nothing, but but you know, you got it's just you have to navigate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I became pretty good at navigating, because I was neither of those. But yet at the same time, if I say I'm from Inglewood, they be like, Inglewood family? No, if I said I was from Pomona, 456, 357, Ghost Town, they started immediately naming the negative of what black people is, the gang, the this. Automatic. You know what I mean? Automatic. You know, and that's unfortunate. That's how we just been, our indoctrination into ourselves come through that.
Right.
That bullshit from the streets. But if we ain't learning nothing in our house, if our parents ain't teach us nothing, well, the streets is it's gonna teach us.
Right. One
way or another, willingly or unwillingly.
Right.
Because we out there. And I mean, from the time you leave out, just going to school, you learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't good learning. So that's why it's important. It's you know, parents have to be involved. You know, they have to be involved. I don't know if that answers your question, but
no, it does for sure. I mean, like I said, I just wanted to address, you know, the what I believe is an issue of some black people feeling like, you know, you have to have they qualify your blackness as some kind of negative attribute, or, you know, that's their idea of black experience, which obviously I disagree with. So, anyways, that's
I'm glad that you disagree with that. I'm so glad. It just let me know that you was raised right.
I'm glad. You know, I mean, because some people, even in Chino Hills or not, there's some of my homies that still, even though they lived out here, they move a certain way, or they feel like this is what it means to be black, whatever. And I understand code switching to a degree when you get around other people, like other black people, whatever. It just naturally happens. You're not trying to do it. But sometimes you acting out, doing things where I'm like, bro, you can't be moving like that, bro. They're watching you. I'm telling you, like, that's not, and you're just making us look bad. Like, that doesn't make you black or make you blacker to speak a certain way or move a certain way, or, you know, just negative stuff. So anyways, that's a whole other freaking conversation.
You remember that time? When you remember that time, I think I called one day and you was with one of your friends. I don't think he was black. And you guys was doing some type of dance.
Yeah, it was Bernie. It was like Bernie. It was Weekend at Bernie.
But you was using the N-word.
I wasn't, but I'm glad this came up.
No, it might not have been on. It might have not been on that scenario, but there was a time when you was using the N-word, and I remember, I remember telling you, we ain't gonna do that.
Well, it wasn't that, because I tell you, I remember like it was yesterday. It was because you were like, you gangbanging now?
It could have been cuz.
No, it was, because I remember I was in my room and I was wearing a blue diamond hat and a diamond shirt. I remember the video like yesterday. I remember it, and then afterwards when you said that, I didn't think about it like that at all, so I stopped using it. But it wasn't the N-word, though, for sure, because the N-word is very specific to me. I've only, you know, when I was younger, I used it a couple times. Mom checked it immediately, and she, you know, set up, I told a story on another video where I came home. Yeah, and then she had this whole freaking history lesson set up.
Your mom is the bomb.
Man, she had, like, black people getting lynched and all these photos, and I was like, what is this? So I stopped using it immediately. I haven't, you know, even the N-word doesn't even come out of my mouth since I was like 11 or 12, whatever that was. So yeah, anyways. But no, I definitely was not the N-word.
It was cuz?
Yeah, it was cuz. Because I remember you tried to press me about it. You said, you gangbanging now? This was, man. Anyways.
Let's see, if you'd have said blood, that would have been, no, I'm just joking. It wouldn't have been no difference. I'm just jiving, you know?
Yeah, you get me in trouble in this bad beating. I'm about to take this bad beating off, man. Trying to associate me.
You know, no, people will associate you.
Well, I'm from Chino Hills, so you can't associate me, because I'm from Chino Hills. I'm the square guy. I'm Carlton.
They got Bloods out there now.
No. There ain't no such thing as no Beano Hills, man.
No, you're not Carlton.
No, I'm not Carlton.
Okay,
It's
just cut
definitely a
that
joke
out.
for sure. Absolutely a joke.
Oh, what was
for
your
sure.
next? Okay, I got you.
But anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Drop a comment if you agree or disagree, because I welcome the disagreements as well. It's all engagement for me. I appreciate you guys for watching. Tap in with us in the next video. I'll talk to you guys soon.